Good afternoon, music world. John here from What's Spinning, and we're here today to chat about this latest record from Lala Lala, aka Lillie West. The name of her new record is called Heaven 2. Now, she's been dropping records for a while now. I got hip to her stuff around the debut, The Lamb, and honestly, this album caught me off guard because I thought it was just all around a really great debut record. Now, this album wasn't anything outside the box or anything that I haven't heard before, but what it was a very sunny, incredibly catchy, and just ear-grabbing indie pop record with a lot of heart. It blended in elements of dream pop to give it a little bit of an extra atmosphere outside of the indie rock vibe of this record, but also the emotion behind this thing was really telling. And in 2021, she followed that up with I Want the Door to Be Open, which, I did cool my jets for a little bit. It was a much more polished record and showed her branching out and trying a couple of new things. But while the album had very strong highs, I felt like it was a lot less consistent than her debut. Not only that, but she was very clearly holding back in the hook department. Now, it's been a few years, and a lot of these singles have been being passed around quite a bit. I was looking forward to this a lot. And for the most part, Lala continues to be just a very fresh face in indie pop and synth pop. I do enjoy the intro to this record, Car Anywhere. I really do love the sunny atmosphere that we're getting right off the bat. The very playful synth work right off the bat brings a little personality to the table, and I do really appreciate Lillie's performance here. It's revealing, it's intimate, it's something that she's always been fantastic at. It's not the catchiest or most bombastic intro that I could have asked for with this record, but it certainly does get you in the mood to listen to the rest of this album. It does set the stage very well. With Even Mountains Erode, this album starts to take off just a little bit more. I've loved this track for a while now. It's been dropped as a single quite a bit ago. Honestly, I really do love the subtle trip-hop beat in the background and just how big this sounds. It's got a really cool groove to it, and honestly, Lillie is doing a really great job of building up this very dreamy, hazy atmosphere. And her performance is the great medium between vulnerable and confident. Really do love tricks as well. This one is super short, but really memorable. The more downtrodden vibes and the bleak atmosphere of this track definitely offer a little extra flavor, but sometimes a little restraint is exactly what makes this album work. This track's got a little bit of a rough around the edges feel to it that I don't get on a lot of other tracks. And even though it's less than 2 minutes, Lillie's performance is one of her best here by far. Really do love Scammer as well. This one's a little hazier and noisier. Very much could have asked for more of that. The production here just sounds so huge, almost a little eerie at points. Lillie's vocals just seem to haunt this cut. It's gritty, it's grimy, and honestly, it's pretty far from her usual indie pop sound, and I really do appreciate that. Unfortunately, though, this record is still not the most consistent record in Lillie's discography. There's definitely some lesser moments here. There's definitely some lopsided moments here. Take for example, Arrow. I do appreciate how carefree and bubbly this track comes off. That's all gravy. That's fine. I'm totally up for that. Like, there's nothing inherently bad about this track, but I just can't tell you anything about it. It's very faceless. It's not nearly as organic sounding. The energy is certainly here, but it doesn't have that big catchy hook to make you remember it. You also have Any Wave, which, once again, production-wise, this track sounds fantastic. The synth work is really well done. The atmosphere is fantastic, but Lillie's performance is really underwhelming. It's just way too sleepy for my liking, and once again, where are the hooks on this record? I understand that Lillie's trying to branch out and go for an artsier sound, but that doesn't mean that this track has to fall apart as far as catchiness goes. Say what you will, her debut record, The Lamb, just had this immediacy to it that I haven't heard in any of her other projects. And this album's finale, Wyoming Dirt, might be the worst track here. I am all for artists taking risks, trying new things, but this one just falls really flat. I mean, sadly, this one just drifts by without really causing any real impact. It's not the big gut punch of a finale that I could have asked for. And with an album as short as this, I just wish I heard a little bit something bolder. But while I was hoping for something a little bit more, a bigger sounding or catchier sounding, certainly not a bad record. The title track, Heaven 2, great example of Lala's music. This is gigantic sounding. It is dense, it is experimental, and honestly, it's one of the most ambitious cuts here. I can't remember a time where Lillie's music sounded so vast. The song ends up being hypnotic and incredibly memorable. Sounded great. Also really love Does This Go Faster, one of the big singles from this record. Once again, the production sounds fantastic, that very sunny, dreamy haze, it's delectable. And Lillie's performance, while very sincere, is very grounded, very sincere. And This City, late in the record, might be my favorite track here. The ambiance here is perfect, and the urgency, the energy of this track, like, where has this been? It's upbeat, it's adventurous, it's got a little grit to it. It feels like a great sweet spot between indie pop heart and indie rock edge, and it's just a great track and great sound for Lala. I hope that we hear more of in this vein. So at the end of the day, I feel like this record is still kind of a mixed bag. I mean, I definitely respect the amount of risks and different experiments that Lillie is trying in her music. You know, she's certainly putting in a lot, but a lot of them are kind of mixed bags. You know, for every track here that's carefree and emotional and revealing and interesting, there's one that's just kind of lopsided and sounds like we've been here a lot of extra times. Certainly not a bad record, but I personally think that Lillie can do a little bit more with her music. I'm feeling a very strong 6 on this record, but let me know what you all think down below. If you like the video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know down below what you would like for me to chat about in the future. And until next time, have a great day, friends.